Here is a dish of my chicken with zucchini. This is a classic Chinese recipe in my family, and it's absolutely delicious. You cannot find this in any Chinese restaurant. I mean, not that I know of, but it's absolutely delicious. We got tender chicken, we have zucchini, and we have carrots. This Chinese recipe is just to die for. Let's go over the ingredients and let's get cooking. Before we do that, I need you to subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget to ring that dinner bell. Chinese chicken with zucchini. This dish is absolutely delicious, and I believe I am the only one that makes it. You cannot get this in any Chinese restaurant, at least not that I know of. Okay, so to start, what I'm doing here is I have 2 chicken breasts, and we're going to cut those on 1/2-inch strips. So what we're going to do is basically clean it up first. Now, cut it in half. Then what we're going to do is cut it in half again. Okay, and you have a 1/2-inch strip. Now we need to cut this into bite-sized pieces. So I'm cutting this into thirds. What we're going to do is we're going to marinate the chicken for a little bit. Not even 30 minutes. It's going to be about 15 probably. Maybe even 10. I mean, I'm in a little bit of a rush today, but you can go ahead and marinate yours for 10-15 minutes if you want. So let's cut this. What we need to do is I have a pot of water coming up to a boil, and I have carrots that I went ahead and I cut them on a 1/4-inch bias. And what we're going to do with that is we need to blanch it into the boiling water just until it becomes slightly softened. You don't want to make them mushy. Okay, so we're going to blanch that. And this is coming out pretty good. So let me do this other breast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue doing this other breast. We're going to blanch the carrots, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the dish together. This is a very easy recipe. It's a very quick recipe, and this whole thing will be done once you have your mise en place all set up. This recipe only takes 10 minutes. That's it. So let me finish cutting this. Okay. Let me finish cutting this, cut this. So I noticed a lot of you guys are viewing my videos, but you guys are not subscribing. I need you guys to subscribe. Okay, I want to reach 1 million subscribers, and I need you guys' help to do that. So let's cut that like that, cut that like that. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys have been requesting certain recipes, and I'm going to get to each and every one of them. The problem that I'm having here is that this studio is not complete. Yesterday, I was able to get a half a day in, and we did some stuff here. You see what you see behind here? The stove's not done. Hood's not hooked up. Window trim's not hooked up. The paint's not done. So I just don't have time to do everything because I do work, you know, a full-time job, and I just don't have time. A lot of my equipment is in storage, and I'm struggling here. So, okay, what we're going to do here is this chicken has to go in here. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go in with water, and all the amounts will be in the description box. Okay, we're going to go in with the cornstarch, soy sauce, and what we're going to do is we're going to give this a good mix. Mix this really well. Okay, and then I need to wash my hands because I have chicken all over my hands and I don't want to touch anything. Okay. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with sesame oil. Let me just make sure I get all of that. Okay. And a little bit of vegetable oil. Okay. And we're going to mix. Okay, make sure you mix that really well. Okay. Now, normally I would let this sit on the side for 30 minutes, but today that's not what I'm doing. I'm just going to let it sit for 10 minutes. Okay, so let's put this on the side. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this, this, and this. Let me wash my hands, and when we come back, I will show you how we're going to stir fry everything. Okay, so this water is just coming up to a boil. What we're going to do is we're going to go in with carrots, and we're going to blanch that just for like a minute, just until they become soft, and then we're going to remove them. So while that's blanching, what we need to do, we have chicken stock, we have soy sauce. Let's go in with the soy sauce, dark soy sauce, sugar, corn flour, make sure we get all of that, white pepper, and sesame oil. Let me make sure I get all of that too. And just grab a spoon. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to mix this, and this is going to be the sauce. Okay, so that's mixed. Put that on the side. Let me put this in the sink. Let me wash my hands. Okay, let me just clean up a little bit here. Okay, so these carrots, I think these carrots are nice and soft now. So what we could do is, let's pull these out. So now, to stir fry, what we have here is onion, zucchini, garlic. Here we have the sauce. We have marinated chicken. And what we're going to do is, let me grab another plate. Okay. This plate will be, after we're done sauteing the chicken, what we're going to do is we're going to remove it. So let's get this piping hot. And we're going to go in with 2 tablespoons of peanut oil. You don't need much here. Now I want this wok piping hot. When this starts to smoke, I will go in with the chicken. We're going to start stir frying it, and then I will take you to the next step. Okay, so this wok is just starting to smoke, and it is piping hot. What we're going to do is we're going to go in with the chicken. And if you need to work in batches, if your wok isn't big enough, that's fine. So put it in a single layer. Wait until it gets a nice little sear on the bottom, and then we're going to start stir frying. So we're getting a nice sear on the bottom of this chicken. Now we're going to start stir frying. And this just looks amazing. It looks delicious. So let's start stir frying this. And like I said, I'm the only one that I know that makes this. And you can't get it from any Chinese restaurant. Okay, so this chicken is just starting to cook through. It's not fully cooked. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove it. Okay. Now, what I want to do is grab some paper towel. And I just want to give this wok a quick wipe out. Okay. Let me discard this piece of paper. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with about 2 tablespoons of peanut oil. And once again, what we're going to do is we're going to wait for this wok to start smoking. Okay, so this wok is just starting to smoke. The first thing we're going to go in with is these onion. Get in the onion. Be careful not to get the zucchini in there. And we're going to stir fry the onion just until they begin to soften. Okay, so the onion is just becoming nice and soft. And I'm getting some brown bits on the edges. And that's what I'm looking for. What we're going to do is we're going to go in with the garlic. Okay. Stir fry that for about 30 seconds. Just until it becomes nice and fragrant. Okay. I can smell it. What we're going to do is we're going to go in with the zucchini. And then we're going to stir fry this just for about a minute. Okay. And boy, you got to see what this smells like. This whole kitchen just smells fabulous. Okay. It's looking a little dry, so what I'm going to do, if your wok looks a little dry, you need to go in with a little bit more oil. So I'm going to go in with another couple of tablespoons. Okay. There we go. Okay, so the zucchini is just starting to cook through. It's not fully cooked. I still want to have a bite to it. And I don't want to make it mushy. So what we need to do, go in with a tablespoon of Shaoxing. And we're going to stir fry this just for a minute. Okay. This is just looking fabulous. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back in with the chicken. Make sure you get all those juices. Okay. We're going to go in with the carrot. Okay. And we're going to stir fry this just for about a minute. Okay, because remember the chicken's not fully cooked. And the zucchini still has a little bit to go. So what we're going to do here is continue stir frying just until the chicken cooks through. And then we're going to add the sauce. We're going to bring it to a simmer. We're going to allow the sauce to thicken up. And then I will show you how we're going to plate and serve. Okay, so this is just starting to cook through. What we need to do is season it with salt and some freshly ground white pepper. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the sauce. And we're going to bring this to a simmer. And we're going to allow it to simmer just until the sauce thickens. And that's only going to be like a minute. Okay, so as soon as this thickens, we will plate it. I will serve it. And then I will show you what that looks like. Okay, so this sauce is just becoming nice and thick. and it's looking fabulous. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to plate and we're going to serve this. Remove it from the heat. Let me get rid of this. Throw this in the sink. Let me put this away. Let me grab this. Now, we're going to plate around the rice. I went ahead and I made some white rice to serve with this. Around the dish. Okay. Right there. That's looking good. Let me clean the plate. Okay. Clean it a little bit right here. A little right here. And there you have it. My Chinese chicken with zucchini. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys subscribe. Hit that like button. And don't forget to ring the dinner bell. Let's go ahead and give this a try. So let's get carrots, zucchini. You can't get better than this. You ain't getting this from no Chinese restaurant. This is absolutely delicious.